Hey guys, welcome back to the channel where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. It's been a big couple of days in the true crime news arena. Over 300 pages, 366 pages to be exact, were released from the FBI in the Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie case today. I'm going to start to go through them. I don't know if this is going to be in 2 or 3 parts, something like that. I'm probably going to sift through parts of them. I did glance through it. There's a lot, and obviously there's some redacted information, and there's photos, but it's like the photos were copied and then copied again and converted, so they're not very good. But I figure we can kind of go through the docs, what is been released. And as far as I understand, the family didn't really even know about this until like last night. So there's a lot of stuff here. And the biggest thing that's been hitting the media today was that there's a letter that Gabby wrote to Brian in here about his being upset and talking to her down. So let's go through it, and again, I'll see how far we can get through. I don't want to make it too long of a video, but let's get into it. So I'm gonna have to do it this way through the through my actual browser here. So again, this is the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and it, oddly enough, it does say, when you look at the first page, it actually lists the document as Brian Laundrie 01. If you look at the top, Brian Laundrie Part 01. I don't know if that means anything or not, but, I guess we'll find out if they release anything else. So, again, this is from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. It's been unclassified. It is available now for the public. Let's see here. This one here, it says from Denver, approved by, looks like, again, these are white boxes instead of the normal black that we see on a lot of redacted documents. There's like white boxes on this particular document, so that kind of represents redacted information. And they're listing the case number, states Brian Laundrie, subject Gabby Petito, victim, crime on government reservation, crime of violence, missing person, Gabby Petito. Okay, on the details. On September 14th, 2021, writer was contacted by FBI New York, Long Island RA in reference to a missing person, Gabby Petito, date of birth 3/19/1999, from case redacted. Petito was last heard from on August 27th, 2021, and was known to be in the area of Teton National Park in Wyoming with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie. Surveillance video seen by Jackson Police Department showed Petito and Laundrie leave the area of Jackson, Wyoming around 1500 hours on August 27th, 2021 in the white Ford van, Florida license plate QFTG03. Agents also learned Petito used an application called The Dirt to review campsite reservations for the night of August 27th, 2021. It's a huge redacted piece right there, which is inside the boundaries of the Bridger Teton National Forest. This is a known dispersed campsite area. This was the last known location for Petito's phone at the time of case opening. Preliminary reviews of returned search warrant data for Laundrie's phone obtained by Northport, Florida Police Department indicates Laundrie did not leave Wyoming until August 30th of 2021. This indicates multiple areas of federal land. The New York tip line received a call from a couple who had positively identified Laundrie on August 27th, 2021. The couple had stopped to pick up a hitchhiker, later identified as Laundrie, at the Coulter Bay Visitor Center inside of Grand Teton National Park. The couple gave Laundrie a ride to Moron Junction, approximately 10 miles southeast of Culture Bay Visitor Center. During the drive, Laundrie told the couple he had been on a hike alone for 4 days and needed a ride back to his fiancée and their van. When they reached Moron Junction, Laundrie told the couple to stop, and he exited the vehicle because they were going the wrong way. Yeah, I remember hearing about this particular story. I don't know if you guys all remember. On August 30th, 2021, financial data showed Laundrie used a gas pump at the Maverick gas station located at 1604 West Main Street, Riverton, Wyoming. Sergeant Redacted of the Riverton Police Department responded to the Maverick gas station and to businesses in the area to review surveillance video. The surveillance video at the gas station showed a male believed to be Laundrie exit the van and put gas in it. Laundrie then gets back inside the van and leaves the area. Petito is not observed in the surveillance video to be inside the van. Video surveillance was also obtained from multiple other gas stations Laundrie stopped at between Wyoming and his residence in Florida. None of the surveillance videos seen by investigators at the time of case opening show Petito in or near the van with Laundrie. So obviously this would have been after her murder. On September 14th, 2021, investigators obtained a search warrant for the white Ford van used by Laundrie and Petito. The subsequent search revealed Petito's personal belongings were missing, as well as the mattress from the van seen in previously posted YouTube videos by Petito. At the time of case opening, Laundrie would not speak to investigators in reference to the location of Petito. Ryder requested case opening for kidnapping and murder of Petito on federal lands. And they have reference numbers. From what I understand, that mattress has never been found. I think that's really odd. Makes you wonder what he did with it. This is another page from a missing person report in Suffolk County, from Suffolk County Police Department on 9/16/2021. Okay, enclosures are the following items. One is the original missing person report from Suffolk County PD 9/11/2021. Two is the phone records obtained from Redacted by SCPD. Details: on Saturday, September 11th, 2021, the Suffolk County Police Department responded to Redacted for the report of a missing person. At that time, Redacted and more Redacted provided information to the SCPD with regard to Redacted Gabrielle Petito, date of birth March 19th, 1999, cellular telephone number 631-320-4484, who was missing. Following the initial missing person report, SCPD Detective Redacted and SCPD Detective Redacted were assigned to the investigation. Agent note: attached hereto and made a part of this file are 1. The initial missing person report obtained from SCPD, and 2. Phone records belonging to Petito, cellular telephone number 631-320-4484 that were obtained from Redacted. And it looks like this looks like a report from a computer. This is the missing person report here. I'm thinking this is from her parents, because they were the ones that reported her missing. Detective Redacted, 9/11/2021, case received from P.O. Redacted 5th Desk. Redacted reported that Redacted had no contact, been quiet all forms of social media. C1 reported that on August 27th, Redacted stated she was with her boyfriend, Brian Laundrie, 11/28/97, in Grand Teton National Park. MP's phone had been shut off since 8/30 of 2021, and there had been no activity on her phone in the last 10 days. So MP looks like it'd be missing person. C1 contacted missing person's credit card, and there had been no activity on that as well. C1 stated Redacted has tried numerous times in the past week to reach Brian Laundrie's Redacted and Brian Laundrie with negative results. C1 attempted to contact federal park police to file a missing person report, but they will not take the report. After multiple attempts by ID to reach Redacted were unsuccessful, Northport, Florida police were sent to their residence. Boyfriend's Redacted reported that Brian Laundrie was home at his Redacted and had flown home after a fight with MP. Okay, so this looks like the Laundrie's house. P.O. Redacted of Northport Police informed ID that redacted were refusing to cooperate with the investigation, and that missing persons van, a 2012 Ford Florida registration, was currently in the driveway. Did not inform PO that MP was not at the residence. Did inform PO that the missing person was not at the residence. So they were saying that Gabby wasn't there. Missing person's van was impounded by the Northport Police. ID contacted Special Agent Redacted of the FBI in regards to who will be opening investigation into the missing person's disappearance in conjunction with this investigation. C1 was notified of the same. Investigation is ongoing. Yeah, the laundry were just so helpful, weren't they? Yeah. And it looks like further information for their missing persons report here. Missing person 9/11/2021 redacted case received from P.O. Gallant. 5th desk comp reported that redacted had no contact with redacted above missing persons since 8/27/21, and redacted had been quiet on all forms of social media. C1 reported that on August 27th, redacted stated she was with her boyfriend. Laundry, this looks like the same exact information here. I'm not sure why it's repeated. So that looks like the same report. Okay, then we jump to another report. And this one is synopsis. On Saturday, September 11th, 2021 at approximately 11:30 p.m., the New York Operations Center, NCOC, received the associated information regarding Guardian redacted from Suffolk County Police Department, Detective redacted. Enclosed are the following items. Guardian redacted. Sometimes these redacted can get really kind of annoying when you're trying to piece everything together. Details. On Saturday, September 11th, 2021, Suffolk County Police Department, SCPD, Detective redacted, contacted the Federal Bureau of Investigation, New York Operations Center, to provide associated information regarding Guardian redacted. Agent note, attached here too, made a part of this file, is the above redacted referenced Guardian redacted. So this is highly redacted. Okay, looks like a file on Brian Laundrie. And so this one goes on to say approximately 23:30 on September 11th, 2021, Detective redacted Suffolk County Police, New York, contacted the FBI New York Operations Center to notify the FBI about a missing persons report. Redacted Gabrielle Petito, missing on September 11th, to the Suffolk County Police Department. Gabrielle's redacted last spoke to Gabrielle on August 27th, 2021, when Gabrielle informed redacted she was going on a road trip with her boyfriend. Brian Laundrie, Detective redacted, made contact with redacted, who advised Brian is currently at redacted in Northport, Florida. Northport PD confirmed that Brian is located at redacted house at redacted. Northport PD confirmed Gabrielle Petito's vehicle is located at the driveway at redacted. Well, I don't think they need to really redact that because most people know where the Laundries live at this point. Okay, so here is, looks like there's an image of the van on the top here, and they're mentioning Brian Laundrie. I guess his phone number's here. And they have a picture of Gabby. And there's a big redacted box. Another big redacted box. And then here's some information about the white van that they were driving. More attachments with another missing person report, which is probably the same one that's above. SCPD phone records for Gabrielle Petito. Okay, then the recreation, the reservations that Gabby made for the park, and then information, DMV information for the Sprinter van. And then there's a tip about campsite number 2, a tip about campsite as well. There's a big redacted box. At least that does help get rid of some of the pages though, huh? If they're big, large, redacted white boxes. Although, I always want to know what was in the redacted box. I just always... That curiosity, just... I have to know. Alright. This looks like a report... An FBI report on 9/16 of 2021. On September 14, 2021, this writer received a telephone call from Special Agent Redacted New York Division, Long Island Resident Agency. SA Redacted advised the Federal Bureau of Investigation had been asked to assist regarding missing person Gabby Petito. SA Redacted advised Petito had traveled to Yellowstone National Park from the Tampa, Florida area with her boyfriend Brian Laundrie. When Laundrie returned to the Tampa area, Petito was not with him. SA Redacted stated Petito's credit card had been used on August 31st of 2021 at Circle K store, 3617, located in Monteagle, Tennessee. This writer was familiar with the store and confirmed the address of the store was 741 West Main Street, Monteagle, Tennessee, 37356. Yeah, remember Brian used her cards and all that stuff. He was, yeah. SA Redacted advised on August 31st, 2021 at 18:29 and 41 seconds, an authorization was granted for Petito's credit card to be used at the above Circle K. On August 31st, 2021 at 18:31:34, $33.94 was charged to Petito's credit card at the above store. Sounds like gas. SA Redacted provided photographs of both Petito and Laundrie, along with a photograph of the white van they had traveled into Yellowstone National Park. SA Redacted requested this writer to ascertain if the Circle K had video cameras, and if so, to determine if there was video footage of Petito and or Laundrie. This writer made contact with Sergeant Redacted of the Monteagle Police Department to ascertain if the Circle K had video cameras, and if so, was there video footage of either Petito or Laundrie. This writer provided Redacted with the photographs of Petito and Laundrie and a photograph of the white van. A short time later, Redacted telephoned this writer and he advised Redacted advised the video footage from inside the store on the above date and times was reviewed, and neither Petito nor Laundrie were observed inside the store. Video footage from the hour before and the hour after the above date and time was reviewed with negative results for either Petito or Laundrie. Bunch of Redacted. Redacted stated there was a gas station located across the street from the Circle K. Redacted spoke with the owner of that station, and the owner, Redacted. And on September 15th of 2021, IA Redacted camera footage from multiple cameras from the Circle K gas station, 3509 Southwest Williston Road, Gainesville, Florida, 32608. This footage was turned over voluntarily to FBI JK. The subject, Brian Laundrie, and or the white Ford van, was seen at the following points in the video. And that's largely redacted. Gabrielle Petito was not seen in any of this video footage. And let's see. Redacted mobile phone number, redacted. Redacted was interviewed at the Ocean Lake Wildlife Habitat Management Area, Lindholm Facility, 8498 Long Point Road, Riverton, Wyoming. After being advised of the identity of the interviewing agent and the nature of the interview, Redacted provided the following information. Agent note, Redacted is a longtime Fremont County resident. Upon seeing various missing persons information in the news media, Redacted called the Fremont County Sheriff's Office to report interaction with a female he believed matched the description in the media. FCSO subsequently reported this tip to the Lander Resident Agency. Redacted land adjacent to the Ocean Lake WHMA Lindholm Facility. Ocean Lake WHMA encompasses Ocean Lake and some surrounding areas in a rural area of Fremont County along U.S. Highway 26 between Du Bois and Riverton. Redacted was checking on Redacted approximately 2 weeks prior to interaction with writer. Redacted could not recall an exact date. Note, Redacted description would suggest a time frame of approximately August 30th through September 1st, 2021. Redacted noticed a camper van, possibly a Ford, parked close to the water outside of the WHMA. Redacted approached a single female outside of the van and informed her of better campsites available nearby. Redacted described the female as in her 20s, tall and slender, having blonde hair. Redacted noticed only the female and no other additional people around the vehicle. Redacted recalled discussing the state of Iowa with the female. Redacted thought the van might have had Iowa license plates, and this generated the Iowa discussion. Redacted recalled the female stating that she was from New York and that she was traveling through the area. The female asked Redacted if she could remain overnight in her present location. Redacted could not recall noticing any tattoos or seeing the female with a hat. Redacted returned the following day to find the female and the van gone. Redacted clarified that he saw the original missing person information in the Cowboy State Daily. Upon being shown photos of the van in question, Redacted was sure he saw a larger van than the one pictured. Upon being shown a photo of missing person Gabby Petito, Redacted was uncertain if this photo matched the appearance of the female with whom he interacted. Yeah, there's probably a few people that travel, blondes and folks out there, so who knows if this person really saw Gabby. And it's hard to read this particular, looks like they're mentioning the camper van and stuff here. Okay. This is an email. It's like an email on the case. Store, some sort of store. Let's see. It's majorly redacted. It looks like store 5494 somewhere in Idaho Falls. Let's see. Majorly redacted. So if you want all the video from each of the 3 Walmart stores, you're going to have to send somebody to the stores that's being held there for you. Okay, so this looks like it's probably an email from Walmart. And there's more another email about video of the white van. Male and female customer drive onto the property approximately 16:24 p.m. on August 24th, 2021. Male customer comes out and interacts with person on passenger side, whom I believe is the female companion. After a few minutes, male customer puts gas and then drives away from fuel station and parks white van onto store property on aisle 7. Male and female customer come into the store at approximately 16:57 p.m. through GM entrance. Female appears to be carrying 2 large handbags. Customer starts shopping over in pharmacy section, appearing to search for something particular. Redacted. The customers then walk into the GM action alley and proceed to walk toward GM. The 2 customers separate and the male walks into the automotive and the female customer walks through GM and makes her way to electronics where she looks at laptops until the male meets up with her at approximately 17:07 p.m. The 2 then make their way to grocery where they separate again. The 2 meet up again in produce where the male appears to be coming in from outside. I have suspicions that the female may be concealing merchandise as it appears the handbags were growing in size. The 2 customers then shop along produce where at one point that they stop near a 4-way bunker where the female customer makes a selection of approximately 3 cucumbers at approximately 17:19 p.m. The female then walks away and turns, walking toward grocery and places the cucumbers inside her bag. The 2 customers then appear to shop more before finally exiting through the grocery exit doors at approximately 17:20 p.m. The female and male make their way back to aisle 7 where their white van is parked, and after a few minutes of what appears to be the male disposing of garbage in 2 separate trips, the 2 customers leave and drive back to the fuel station, entering fuel pump number 3 camera where the male appears to dispose of more trash. After disposing, the male re-enters the van and drives off store property at approximately 17:44 p.m. So whoever they were, they stole something. It sounds like, but whether they're Gabby and Brian, I don't know. Looks like there's more emails on videos. Video canvas results for trip home. Thanks. I have passed this along to redacted and from redacted. Hey, I just looked at their document again and realized we have different addresses at the same points. Number 5, they have Shell service station at 8108 Northwest Prairie View Road, Kansas City, Missouri, and I have this Shell station at 5401 Northwest 64th Street, Kansas City, Missouri. So this looks like they're going over gas station Circle K's. I worked with redacted to come to the conclusion on locations. Maybe worth getting info from each location though, because there's some uncertainty on given the common zip codes. Okay. And here's some more emails on this. I just looked at each data point and it matches. FYI, redacted does this match up with your financial analysis. Attached is a summary of the work we've been doing for the past few days with regards to video canvases across the country for Laundrie's trip from Wyoming to Florida. If you have any questions, please let me know. We are coordinating with local jurisdictions and field offices across the country to get copies of the video surveillance and make them accessible for us to view. We will keep you updated if there are any changes with regard to what we already located in the current circumstances. If I left anyone off, please feel free to forward this on, redacted. So there, yeah, they were trying to find as much video, obviously, as they could of Brian in the van between the time that he left, coming back to Florida. The following interviews were conducted in regards to a missing persons case out of the New York Federal Bureau of Investigation office. The missing persons case involved Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie, who were conducting a cross-country trip in a van over the course of several weeks. On September 15, 2021, Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent SA Redacted and SA Redacted conducted an interview with Redacted, the Redacted of the Casey's General Store, 3542, located on 1003 West Main Street, West City, Illinois. Agents met Redacted at an additional store located at 710 East Main Street, Benton, Illinois, in order to review video footage. Redacted. Agents reviewed the video footage at both stores at the prescribed times given from the case agents. The agents were not able to identify Gabrielle Petito or Brian Laundrie in the video footage based on times and dates provided from the FBI New York Division. On September 17, 2021, SA Redacted again conducted an interview at the Casey's General Store, 3542, located at 1003 West Main Street, Benton, Illinois, with their Redacted and Redacted. Agents were able to confirm the correct time and location of the gas purchase after the case agents spoke with Casey's corporate. The receipt for the transaction was $28.30 and indicated that the transaction was for gasoline at pump number 3. Redacted pulled the camera footage from August 31st, 2021 between 1357 and 1401 that showed a white van similar to Brian Laundrie's. Also, the male subject driving the white van had similar characteristics to Laundrie. Redacted put the video footage from the camera onto a thumb drive and gave it to the agent. Redacted and agent spoke with employees working that day, and none of them remembered seeing anything out of the ordinary. I mean, why would they? At that point, he was just any other dude just putting gas in his van. And this is a cover sheet, looks like, for the footage obtained from Casey's General Store. Enclosed are the following items. Police report from the Box Elder County Sheriff's Office in Utah. Witness statements from the Box Elder County Sheriff's Office in Utah on 9/17/2021 at 15:53 hours. OBT Redacted received a phone call from Sergeant Redacted of the Box Elder County Sheriff's Office notifying him that a tip had been received in reference to the missing person case for Redacted. The tip came into Box Elder County Sheriff's Office on 9/16/2021. Sergeant Redacted stated that a gas station attendant located in Corinne City, Utah, saw Gabby on 8/27/21 along with her boyfriend and 2 other males. Redacted. According to the reports and interviews, the individual perceived to be Gabby went into the gas station and asked for directions to Yellowstone, told the attendant they were going to camp in every national park, locked herself in the bathroom and was heard to be crying for a few moments. The gas station attendant says they think it was Gabby based off the tattoo that stated, "Let it be." The police report and witness statements were provided to OST Redacted by Sergeant Redacted are going to be attached via the IA package. Okay, and this looks like another report. Not exactly sure what that is. Might be more tips, telephone tips or something here. Again, there's more. All right, and here's a narrative Officer's narrative, time, date, action taken. On 9/15/2021, Redacted called in to report that on August 27th, her coworker spotted Gabby Petito at the gas pumps. I called Redacted and spoke with her on the phone briefly about what information she had, and she told me that her coworkers, Redacted and Redacted, had on August 27th spoken with the individual named Gabby Petito outside at the gas pumps. I asked Redacted why she waited so long to report the information, and she told me that the pictures had been posted on Facebook and they noticed a tattoo that she had and spoke with her about it. But at the time, Gabby was not listed as a missing person yet. Redacted just wanted to document the incident and also told me she had called Florida to let them know that the same information, but she was not able to contact anyone but left a message. I asked Redacted if Redacted had asked Gabby where they were headed to, and she told me that when they spoke with her, she was talking to them about going to Yellowstone, and that was all the information that she had. I thanked Redacted for calling in and gave her a case number and ended our conversation. I will be passing this information on to the detectives for information purposes. End of report. Okay, we are up to a law supplemental narrative. Looks like this is from 9/16/2021. Follow up to the case. On Thursday, September 16, 2021, I was informed of this tip case at the Carina Sinclair service station. Sergeant Redacted asked that I stop and check if there was any video surveillance of the date for August 27th, 2021. At 13:40 hours, I arrived and met one of the Redacted by the name of Redacted. I advised Redacted why I was there and asked if there was any video for the day of August 27th, 2021. Redacted stated she knew why I was there and apologized. Redacted stated Redacted and Redacted were not there and asked if I would like her to call them. Redacted stated Redacted and Redacted live Redacted. I agreed and thanked Redacted and waited for her to make the phone calls. A short time later, Redacted stated Redacted and Redacted were on their way there. Redacted stated that Redacted was also involved and would be there shortly. I thanked Redacted and gathered her information. I then waited in the sitting area for Redacted to arrive. A few minutes later, Redacted and Redacted walked in. Redacted apologized for having to wait and thanked me for checking on this. Redacted also thanked me and stated this was crazy and sad. I asked Redacted and Redacted if they remember the day of August 27th, 2021 being a Friday. Redacted stated, yes, I do, and I only work on Fridays, and Fridays are the days me and Redacted work together. Redacted stated that she also remembered because the girl was standing with her boyfriend when he asked for directions to Yellowstone. I asked what happened or what they could remember. Redacted stated she remembered the white van and when they got out. Redacted told Redacted that it looked like Yahoo's going to Spiral Jetty. Okay. I then asked Redacted if there was more than Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie in the vehicle. Redacted stated she was sure there were two more males with them. Redacted stated she could remember for sure she loves the Beatles, and the female had a tattoo on her arm that read, "Let it be." Redacted stated when she seen the thing on the news, she was sick and thought we should know. Redacted stated she thinks that they also paid with a credit card, but was not sure. Redacted stated she remembered talking with the male, Brian, as they were asking for directions to Yellowstone. Redacted stated she gave the information from Highway 13, turn at the Bear River Valley Co-op, go through Bear River, and get on I-15 north at Elwood. Redacted stated she then told them there will be signs from Pochello, Idaho, on how to get there. Redacted stated the girl Gabby was telling them they were camping in all the national parks from East Coast to West Coast. Redacted stated that she remembered that also and stated that sounded fun. Redacted then walked in and apologized. Redacted stated her dog had surgery and was on medication, needed to be watched. Redacted then stated that it was Friday, August 27th, as she does not work Fridays but covered a shift. Redacted stated she remembers the girl and two males because the males were standing by the register on a phone and talking to each other. Redacted stated she had to go to the bathroom and went to the bathroom and it was locked. Redacted stated the girl was in there crying for a few minutes and then they left in the van. I asked if there was a way to see for sure if the group did pay with a card. Redacted stated I could contact redacted, and she could tell me for sure if or what card was used. I thanked redacted and asked if there was a phone number for redacted. Redacted then gave me the phone number for redacted, and I thanked redacted and asked redacted if they would fill out a statement for me in the case. This is really hard to read between the crazy English and the redacted stuff. Redacted all stated yes and thanked me. I then retrieved statement forms from the vehicle and gave them to redacted and stated they will be in tomorrow, September 17th, and the statements will be done. I thanked redacted for their time and advised I'll be back tomorrow. I then cleared the area. At 17:30 hours, I called redacted and asked if she could assist me with the day of August 27th, 2021. Redacted stated that she would be happy to and asked if I could wait a moment and talk with her. Redacted. A second later, redacted answered the phone and asked how he could help. I thanked redacted for his time and asked redacted if he had or could get credit card information from the date to see if a credit card was used. Redacted stated redacted does the papers, and redacted then stated he will give the phone back to redacted. I thanked redacted for his time and waited. A second later, redacted returned to the phone and asked what she could do to assist me. I asked redacted if there was a way to check if a credit card was used on August 27, 2021 for a Brian Laundrie or Gabby Petito. Redacted stated I could get the last 4 digits of the card and she can go look it up and let me know. I advised redacted I will check and see what I can find and let her know. I thank redacted for her time and assistance today. Redacted thanked me for calling and advised she was happy to help if she needed. Redacted then ended the call. End of report. That was rough. Okay. And this looks like it's another supplemental narrative. This one's here with the co-op. I'm not going to really read it because there's not much to it. Looks like they were just trying to confirm if they saw them at that bear co-op. This one goes to Friday, September 17, 2021 at 11:24 hours. I stopped at the Corinne Sinclair to gather information forms, the statement forms. I met redacted in the store. Redacted apologized and stated she will bring her statement into the office as she had left it in redacted. Redacted, then she gave me their statements. I gave both redacted a copy of their statements for their records. I then asked redacted if they had remembered the times the individuals came in. Redacted stated they could not remember and apologized. I then asked if they could remember anything specific or special features on the van. Redacted stated no other than it was a small white utility style van that was odd to be camping in. Redacted stated it was a small down-pointed nose or hood, but they did not pay much attention to the van. I thanked redacted for their time and asked if they had any questions. No one had any questions. Thanked me for stopping in again. I again thanked them and cleared the area with no further information. Once I arrived at the sheriff's office, I looked over the statements and did not see any times. I had given the statements to redacted to be attached to the file. End of report. Yeah, that's not really very helpful information, is it? It looks like these are the statements here. To the best of my knowledge, on or about Friday, 27th of August, I believe I had a conversation with Gabby and her boyfriend. I am a redacted at Manny's shortstop, and they came in for a drink. The redacted commented on her tattoo, let it be, and her boyfriend, who was tallish, approximately left 6 foot, slim and dark hair and mustache, asked me directions to Yellowstone. They told us they had been road tripping from back east and were trying to hit all the national parks. So I told them what route I would take, and we talked about what music to play on a road trip, and then they exited the gas station and walked to one of them newer utility white vans. Okay, this looks like this is another statement. On or about August 27th, I was working at the Corinne Sinclair when 4 people came in, 3 men and 1 female. They wandered around gathering drinks and I'm not even sure what that says. When they got to the counter, the female and 1 male came to the counter. I was waiting for the other 2 males to come to the counter. I asked if they were going to the Spiral Jetty, and they said no. They were going on a long road trip to the national monuments that they started on the East Coast. They said they were coming along the way when the female paid for their items, I noticed a tattoo on her right arm that said, "Let it be." The male asked for directions to Yellowstone, and they went out and got in a white van. And not sure where the other two went. Then everyone seemed to be having a good time. I don't think they were with two other men, because the family states that they don't remember that. Obviously, there's a lot we don't know, but I find that a little odd. This looks like a preservation report. Not really sure. There's not much of value in that. Looks like just they're trying to preserve some kind of a record. And that's another one. Something to do with Brian Laundrie. Okay, and this one is redacted. Was interviewed by phone or at phone number. Redacted after being advised of the identity of the interviewing agent and the nature of the interview. Redacted provided the following information. On August 28th, 2021 at approximately 1:44 p.m., Redacted stopped at Chevron gas station number 0072862 at 8793 North Highway 36, Toole, Utah, for gas. Redacted was driving her redacted, observed a white female whom she identified as Gabby Petito from later released photos standing near a white van with a ladder on the back. Redacted also identified the van as matching later released photos of Gabby's vehicle. Redacted saw that the female was crying outside the van while the male pumped gas. Redacted only saw the male momentarily. The male was possibly white, tan, in his mid-20s, and wore a hat. Redacted observed the female was wearing Teva brand or similar style hiking sandals and a tank top with no bra. The female had long blonde hair and had bad body odor, leaving Redacted to believe the female had been camping for a period of time. The female was younger than mid-20s and was fit. The female pulled her phone out and started recording the surrounding mountains. The mountains around the gas station were not significant. Redacted tried to take a photo of the female, but the female looked back, causing Redacted to lower her phone. Redacted heard the male tell the female, "Time to go, let's go." Redacted entered the gas station. When she returned, the van was gone. On Wednesday, September 15th, 2021, writer received from the Fremont County Sheriff's Office video footage from Ironworks Gym, 515 West Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming. Redacted a van resembling the white Ford van belonging to victim Gabrielle Petito travels southbound on West Main Street, passing Ironworks Gym on August 30th, 2021 at approximately 10:33 a.m. In addition to the video, a zoomed-in screenshot is also attached as an IA material. Okay. So I guess that was a video, but it's a screenshot on this file. And that does look like Gabby's van. So I guess they're suspecting that may have been Brian in there without Gabby. On Wednesday, September 15th, 2021, writer received from the Riverton Police Department video footage from Maverick Gas Station, 1604 West Main Street in Riverton, Wyoming. Redacted, a van resembling the white Ford van belonging to victim Gabrielle Petito passes Maverick traveling south, turns around and enters the gas station, pulling up to pump 4 at 10:27 a.m. on August 30th. A male individual exits the vehicle, appears to pump gas, and departs at 10:31 a.m. on West Main Street, traveling south. This video is attached as 1A material. On Thursday, September 16th, 2021, writer received from the Fremont County Sheriff's Office video footage from Lava Mountain Lodge, 3577 U.S. Highway 26, Dubois, Wyoming. Redacted, a van resembling the white Ford van belonging to victim Gabrielle Petito travels southbound on Highway 26 in the direction of Dubois at approximately 8:31 a.m. Mountain Time. The video is attached as IA material. This is some work. They have to go through all this stuff. I tell you what. Redacted and Redacted were interviewed by telephone at phone number Redacted. Present for the interview is Special Agent Redacted, Redacted FBI. After being advised of the identity of the interviewing investigator and the nature of the interview, Redacted and Redacted provided the following information. Redacted and Redacted arrived at Spread Creek, Wyoming at approximately 10 a.m. on September 5th, 2021. Redacted noted that Spread Creek is a campsite that can be found on the Dirt app for free camping. They drove all the way down toward the river to camp. Approaching the campsite, Redacted and Redacted noticed a hammock and rope hanging in a tree. On the ground was a table with a blue cloth blanket covering it and a floor mat. Redacted and Redacted took the hammock and table because the items looked abandoned. Redacted and Redacted woke up the morning of September 6, 2021 and went fishing up the stream. They walked in the stream approximately till 4 a.m. until they smelled something. Redacted was an average hunter and believed the smell was a dead animal. Redacted and Redacted decided to turn around and head back to the campsite. A few hundred yards away from the campsite, they noticed an unknown male and female along the bank of the river. The two unknown people observed Redacted and Redacted and immediately walked back to their vehicle and drove away. Redacted believed the vehicle was a Ford F-350. Upon returning to the campsite, Redacted noticed that the blue cloth blanket and doormat were missing. Redacted was interviewed via telephone at phone number Redacted. Present for the interview was Special Agent Redacted, FBI. After being advised of the identity of the interviewing investigator and the nature of the interview, Redacted provided the following information. Redacted was camping at the Signal Mountain Campground with his wife and two other couples from August 20th through 27th, 2021. On the evening of the 26th of August, Redacted wife observed a young female with blonde hair and a tattoo on her arm while in the bathroom of the campground. At approximately 7:30 a.m. on August 27th, 2021, Redacted was walking to the campground store and deck in order to get cell phone service. While walking, a young woman with blonde hair wearing blue jeans and an olive green jacket passed him. When he got to the cell phone reception desk, the same blonde woman was on her phone about 15 meters away. Redacted observed a tattoo on her arm while she was texting on her phone. Redacted did not see her make any calls. The young woman left shortly after he arrived. At approximately 10 a.m., Redacted were at the trash dump station in the campground. Redacted observed a white van that matched the same pictures from the media, turning out from the Signal Mountain Campground toward Jackson Hole, Moose Gate direction. Redacted observed a white male that was identified as Brian Laundrie driving. There was no one in the front passenger seat. Redacted remembered the van because it cut a corner too tight and went up on the curb. Redacted, residing at Redacted. Redacted was interviewed telephonically by Task Force Officer TFO, Redacted on September 19th, 2021 at approximately 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. After being advised of the identity of the investigator and the nature of the interview, Redacted voluntarily provided the following information. Redacted, along with another Redacted, were in the Grand Teton National Park on August 28th, 2021. At approximately 11:30 a.m., they arrived at a parking lot directly adjacent to the abandoned bar BC Ranch near Cottonwood Creek Road as it approaches the Snake River. Their group was planning to fish in the Snake River. Before they departed, however, they were taking some photos of the Teton Range. While there, Redacted observed what she believed to be the van driven by Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie backed into a parking spot in the lot. She saw a male standing near the driver door and female near the passenger door. The male was wearing a dark t-shirt and shorts, while the female was in light-colored biking shorts and a tank top. The female was changing her shoes. It appeared as if the pair had just completed a hike. Neither was speaking to the other, which was somewhat noteworthy to Redacted. When Redacted and her group departed toward the river around 11:45 a.m., the van was gone. Redacted had not seen the van leave or in which way it was headed. Redacted emailed the writer one of the photographs she had taken while in the lot. The photograph is attached to this report and retained in the Digital 1A section of this file. I guess that's the photo. See, again, these are not very good photos because they almost look like they're from a copy machine by the time they've made it to this filing here. And let's see. All right. On September 14th, 2021, Federal Bureau of Investigation Special Agent SA redacted of the New York City field office contacted the Atlanta field office, Macon resident agency, regarding a missing person, Gabby Petito of Suffolk County, New York. SA redacted provided a copy of a card transaction on August 31st, 2021 at 11:14 p.m. Eastern for $26.02 in the Macon AQR. The photographs of Petito, Brian Laundrie in a white Ford Transit van with Florida registration. SA redacted requested that an attempt be made to obtain surveillance video from the Shell gas station located at 6369 Thompson Road, Macon, Georgia. The writer made contact with the manager. Redacted. On September 15, 2021, SA redacted updated the address of the Shell gas station to 6398 Zublon Road, Macon, Georgia. The writer made contact with the manager and allowed access to the surveillance system. The writer found that the white Ford Transit van appears on the exterior surveillance cameras at 11:12 and 30 seconds p.m. according to the camera time. The van exits the property at 11:25 and 30 seconds p.m. according to the camera time. A white male believed to be Laundrie exits the driver's side of the van and appears to get gas on the passenger side. The male then enters the driver's side rear sliding door, then walks into the Shell gas station. The male enters the male restroom. The male exits the restroom and leaves the station without purchasing any other items in the interior. 13 still images are included as a 1A package taken from the surveillance video of the different event at the location. The original copy of the recovered surveillance video will be retained as evidence on a SanDisk 32 gigabyte flash drive. So here are some photographs. Okay, there's a van over in the pumps on the top right corner. And they would be up here as well. That's on the top left corner. Again, top left corner. And this jumps to the top right corner. And this is inside. And back outside. The van looks like it's leaving. Van parked still at the pumps on the top right. So it looks like they blocked out the person, which is kind of pointless to me, but okay. And there's the van leaving, it looks like, toward the top right on that one. I don't know why they would block it out if it's Gabby or Brian, but I guess that's not public information. Alright, and this is a surveillance video log. It says details on September 16, 2021. Video of surveillance was recovered from the Shell gas station located at 6398 Zublon Road, Macon, Georgia. The focus date time for the download was August 31st, 2021 at 11:12 p.m. to 11:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The video shows a white male believed to be Brian Laundrie arrive at the gas station in a white Ford Transit van. Laundrie appears to get gas at pump number 9 and into the store to use the male's restroom. No other person or persons appear in the recovered video. Redacted downloaded and are going to be entered into evidence in a SanDisk 32 gigabyte flash drive. And this talks about the flash drive information. On Monday, September 13, 2021, SA Redacted responded to the Circle K at 3509 Southwest Williston Road, Gainesville, Florida, 32608 in efforts to locate and confirm surveillance video images of a white van pumping gas on September 1st, 2021 at approximately 3 a.m. at the store. SA Redacted made contact with the store clerk, redacted, last name unknown, who put SA Redacted in contact with the store manager, redacted, via cell phone, because Redacted was off duty. Redacted advised she would try to locate the surveillance video using the card number, purchase amount, and date time of the transaction using the computer at her house. Redacted was provided the last 4 digits of the card used as redacted in the amount of $14.10 of gas purchased. Redacted provided 2 screenshots of a white van at the third to last gas pump from the building taken at 3 a.m. on September 1st, 2021. She also provided a screenshot of a white male subject entering the Circle K store at approximately 3:06 a.m. on September 1st of 2021, wearing a blue shirt, gray sweatpants, and sandals. Redacted advised the subject came into the store and paid $10 in cash for gas, in addition to the debit card purchase at the pump. Yeah, I was going to say $14 is not a lot of gas. No further screenshots were shared and no additional information was provided. Redacted agreed to meet on September 14th, 2021 at 9 a.m. and turn over a copy of the surveillance video. So here's some more shots from that, I guess, and kind of worthless after all the deterioration on this. This talks about still the footage. I guess they were just getting it all on a DVD. And a bunch more redacted stuff. More redacted. More redacted. This looks like they're trying to get a plan for a federal search warrant. And deleted page information, whatever that means. And this one states on September 20th, 2021, a federal search warrant was served at Redacted. 1A Redacted was the photographer for the search, and FOA Redacted maintained the photo log. 1A Redacted utilized a Canon D8 DS 126-191 camera. Entry photos were taken, room labels applied, and exit photos were taken. Items of evidentiary value were also photographed. Attached to this FD302 are the photographs and photo logs. So, I'm wondering if this is in the laundry house. Looks like a bag. And it looks like some jewelry, like some rings, maybe. And that is odd, right? There's some bullets, and it looks like a brass knuckles. I don't think that belongs to Gabby. And there's the Nikon cameras. Thinking that some of these might be what they were using. Gabby was using for her vlogging and what have you. And other stuff that they located. Again, it's hard to tell what some of this stuff is due to the quality of these images. Alright, here looks like some maps and sort of stuff for the travel, like atlases and what have you. This looks like some sort of weaponry, maybe? I know I've heard about a bow and arrow. I'm wondering if that's coming up, because I've heard some rumblings of a bow and arrow. And there's that same case with, there's empty slots right there, and then there's bullets, and then there's a brass knuckles. Why Brian Laundrie needs to own brass knuckles, I don't know. And that looks like a knife and some other weaponry. Yep, there's some arrows. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Again, the quality makes it super hard to see. That could be another camera or something. It's really hard for me to tell. I see something that says push to eject. If anybody can figure out what some of these are, please let me know. If you have maybe they have a really good eye. And there's a book, No Country for Old Men. That looks like it's possibly like a videotape. And there's a suitcase with clothes in it. Patches. Looks like from Moab and such. Some sort of laundry or a blanket. There's another blanket above, so I'm not really sure what that is. This looks like potentially more weapon stuff because something here rolls for reloading. Again, why Brian Laundrie has all this stuff, I don't know. There's another arrow. And it looks like laptop, looks like a notepad, another notebook, a brush, looks like a mouse. It's like some sort of drawing or diagram of something. Some sort of invoice. There's a bag. That looks like it might have been what they had out on the previous photo with the laptop and the notepads. And there's a brush because I think I'm seeing the brush right there. So that looks like was in the bag and they took it out in the other photo. And there's the laptop. That looks like Gabby's laptop or tablet because there's a butterfly on it. There's a wad of money. Some coins. Some sort of receipt. Looks like for $85.70. Another bag. It looks like there may be some cameras and maybe binoculars in there. Doesn't look like a camera bag though, potentially. Again, maybe some cords and such for cameras and laptops. That looks like some USBs or some chargers. There's a wallet. I don't know if that's a cup or what that exactly is. Looks like sitting on an end table. It's a bag again. It looks like that is the camera or some sort of photography equipment. Again, now this looks like a mason jar with bullets in it. Such an array of objects. Now this is the bow and arrow. I had no idea he had a bow and arrow. I mean, we heard he had a gun or two, but a bow and arrow? Okay. And that looks like bags, maybe? More coins. There's a written note of some sort. A box for an iPhone, whether there's an iPhone in there or not, we don't know. Looks like a bank envelope. Some stuff on the Canyonlands during their trip, it looks like. Probably from a travel center. It's an REI bag. Now this is going to be the infamous letter that she wrote to Brian, and I'm going to go through that momentarily that we're just hearing about. And that looks like it's potentially a drawing by Brian. I'm hearing that he drew art, or if you can call it art. A book or some sort of writings. Looks typed up though, so. Book or something that we can't see what it is because it's so washed out. Another book, potentially. Okay, something that says, crying, I don't have emotions deprogrammed. Cheer up, buddy. And looks like some more art. There's a luggage tag. Looks like that's a some sort of luggage. It says Gabby Petito on it. Looks like another laptop. These look like water bottles to me. Some sort of a list. Not sure what this says. Something about deep breaths, short rests. That looks like another shot of a book. Now there's a camera. Shoes, which look like Gabby's shoes. Another bag, and that says pink on it, so that's more than likely one of Gabby's bags. These look like maybe I don't know, art supplies or makeup. It's really hard to make out. Another laptop. Looks like another paperwork potentially in here and stickers. Another book, The Road. Another camera. Another picture of the archery, the bow and arrow. Some drawings and maybe some writings from Brian. Looks like a tablet of some sort. That looks like a phone. AT&T, Alcatel. And that's a remote control. I don't know why that's there. Looks like a pencil bag or pens for art. Some sort of writings, whether it's from Brian or Gabby, it's hard to say. Here's more cameras and more sand discs and batteries. More arrows. Another book. Another writing of some sort. Looks like a list. It's like another list. Something about van. It's hard to make out a lot of this stuff. I wish I could read it and see it better. That looks like a picture frame and maybe some photos. Oh, so the watchtower and some religious pamphlets. And there's an instruction manual for a Ruger gun. Another instruction manual for a Glock. Something from Zion Park. Maybe it's a hoodie or a bag. It looks like some sort of electronic, maybe a battery or something. There's a Hero 4 GoPro. Another book. Another laptop. More writings. It looks like a shirt of Gabby's. I wonder if that's the shirt that we saw in the police video when they were pulled over, because it has the ties on it. It's hard to say, but it kind of looks like it. Another bank deposit envelope. Gabby Petito. So it looks like that is a journal. Backpack. Another camera. More writings. More pamphlets for the watchtower and such. Some of these could be repeats, I suppose, too. There's more shoes. Maybe money or I don't have any idea what that is. Oh, something that says Gabby on it. Okay, it looks like a United States Postal Service box or something. Here's more writings. Something, a pain, hard, optimism. Can kind of read a few words on it, but it's really hard to decipher. These look like coins. I wonder who was the coin collector. More drawings. That may be the van. Like, you know, schematics that maybe Brian or somebody drove the van. That looks like a bullet casing and some other stuff. Another notepad, some random stuff, maybe a bottle of some sort of pills. Maybe that's another notepad, and maybe those are art supplies. Another handwritten piece of paper. Decomposition book. Another handwritten piece of paper. Looks like some sort of plastic tote for storage. More handwritten stuff. So I guess that is the box that the iPhone was in, so there's an iPhone in there. That looks like the knife and some stuff again. Clothes. More clothes. More writings. Maybe another tote or a box. Yeah, that looks like a box, actually. More writings. Our van, Ford Transit. Some sort of steps that says clean. It's hard to read. Something about back doors. Another book, And the Mountains Echoed. Shoes. Another book. Another tote of stuff. More writings. That looks like a baklava, you know, to go over your head and your face. A box looks like maybe it has books in it or something. A basket with sandals and some shoes look like Gabby's. At least the sandals there look like Gabby's. Firearm bill of sale to Brian Laundrie. Looks like a Glock. Another tote looks like supplies. It looks like kind of weapon stuff to me. Some sort of book. Trust no one. Okay. More cameras. Looks like a little stuffed animal. There's a Polaroid film. Another box. It says 64 gigabytes, so that may be a phone or something. Toshiba laptop. More writings. And this right here is part of Gabby's letter, which I'm going to read as we get through these pictures. Choke. I believe Brian was reading that in a photo we saw. There's a box with a tote bag in it and maybe a book or a notepad. It's like a drawer with a notepad and random stuff in it. Looks like maybe the bottom of another laptop. There's a bag with maybe clothes and stuff in it. Another GoPro, or maybe the same one. Another book. Another box with books and notepads. More writings. Okay, so I'm going to close this off where we're at here. We made it all the way to 225. So I'm just going to read the letter to close this out that Gabby actually wrote to Brian. Okay, so this is WFLA, JB Buno and their team, and of course Brian Enton from News Nation. I followed their coverage as well as YouTube for this case from day one. So WFLA means a lot to me, and so going through and not being able to read the letter, I came here because I know that they really put out a lot of good information, and what we were able to find out what the letter states, they kind of go through that here. Of course, we went through almost all of it now. I'll do one more video to finish it off, but basically in the letter, she's saying to Brian, you know how much I love you, and I'm writing this with love. Just please stop crying and stop calling me names, because we're a team and I'm here with you. I'm always going to have your back. Sorry I got upset over a dumb piece of paper. In the letter, which is undated, mentions getting back from New York, so it appears it was written before the two left on their cross-country trip. On a second page, Petito writes, I hope you understand when I'm upset because you make me love you too much. Now, stop crying and come home and say you love me with a big hug. I love you. And as we saw, the documents released include drawings from Laundrie's notebook, including a piece of paper that says trust no one, as well as drawings of what appear to be a skull surrounded by the word kill. Lots of very strange things from Brian's notebooks, for sure. But Gabby really did change the world. She has changed the world, and I think that's her legacy. And I know her family would have preferred her to be here, but obviously her purpose is much bigger. And I know she inspired me and motivated me, and I felt blessed to be able to tell that to Nicole, her mom, at CrimeCon. I I met her briefly. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see her again. And I was able to give her a hug and tell her how much Gabby meant to me, even though I didn't really know her, and how much her story has inspired me. And and then I met one of her brothers at the table, and I met a cousin. The Gabby Petito family, the Petitos and the Smiths, are amazing folks. Everybody pretty much knows that by now, but her foundation, this foundation that the family has founded from this horrible tragedy, is not only helping missing people, it's helping domestic violence victims. And they weren't able to help Gabby. She was quiet. She kept her pain, her suffering quiet. She probably thought what a lot of folks feel like when they're in a abusive relationship, that she could change Brian, that she loved him so much she could change him. But sadly, that's just not the case. So I hope that her foundation continues to do amazing things. And I know that they do constantly do events, charity events to raise money so they can do what they can for folks. And not just folks that look like Gabby. I mean, they actually have mentioned that. They've been working with with all kinds of groups because a girl like Gabby, beautiful blonde, blue-eyed, white girl, they get all the media attention. The beautiful ones always get the attention. It's about everyone. It shouldn't be about your looks. It shouldn't be about your skin color. None of that stuff. Everyone who goes missing or is in a abusive relationship, everyone should get the same kind of help and love. And I know that her family is making sure that happens through her foundation. So I'm going to include the link, if you guys don't know, the Gabby Petito Foundation, in the information of this video. If you haven't checked them out, please do. I know they have a big charity event coming up this weekend in Suffolk County, Long Island up there. I hear it's sold out, but they have a raffle. So I'm thinking I'm going to enter the raffle. So, or they also sell, merchandise. Or you can always make just a donation. Again, it's a great organization, and I think it just helps. It's helped so many people, and I think it's going to continue to do so. All right, guys, that's all I've got for this one. I know it got long, but we don't have much more to go through, so I'm going to try to finish that off in the next few days. But with that said, I hope you have a great rest of the day, and most of all, stay safe.